office of the Always Believe House. Oh, we're going to have a blast today. We're going to do your homework over the hardest lesson you're going to have before Christmas, okay? This lesson was not easy. You'll get the hang of it. The more you do, the easier it will get, okay? So, on number 1, I'm going to go through and do the left side, and you're going to do the right side, okay? So do the best you can. So, on number 1, we're going to identify the slope in our x and our y, aren't we? Then we're going to take this and put it into point slope. So I'll have y, the opposite of 1 is negative 1, equals, my slope is 1 over 6, parentheses, and then x minus 5. Okay, now then I'm going to write this down here. Y minus 1 equals 1 over 6, parentheses, x minus 5, and we want this in standard, don't we? Now then remember what I taught you. We have a fraction, right? So we're going to take the denominator and bluebell truck it 3 times. So we're going to take the denominator of 6, put it over the y, the 1, and the 1/6, right? Now we're going to multiply. So 6 times y is 6y. 6 times negative 1 is negative 6 equals, the 6's cross out, and I'm going to bluebell truck my 1, right? And the 1 won't change anything, will it? So I'm going to end up with x minus 5, right? So I have 6y minus 6 equals x minus 5. Now then I'm going to take the x and move it to the left. So I'm going to end up with negative x plus 6y minus 6 equals negative 5. So all I did was subtract x from both sides, right? You can't combine it. There's no x on the left. Now then I need to take my 6 and move it to the right, don't I? So I'm going to plus 6. I'll end up with negative x plus 6y equals negative 5 plus 6 is 1. Now then, in standard, the x cannot be negative. In standard, the x cannot be negative. So if you solve it and you have a negative x, you're going to flip every sign. Basically, you're dividing by negative 1. Every sign gets flipped. So you'll have x minus 6y equals negative 1, and that's going to go right here. X minus 6y equals negative 1. Ho, 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 ho. That was fun. If you Google search image and you type in fun, that shows up. Wow, what a blast. Let's do another one. It's so much fun. Okay, on this one, we're going to get the slope. We're going to plug it into point slope and switch it to mx plus b. So to get our slope, remember what I told you. Draw fraction bar minus minus. We're going to put our y's on top and our x's on bottom. So our y's are negative 4, negative 2. And our x's are 4 and 8. Now then, use the calculator, and you won't miss it. Mr. Toops has a built-in calculator, okay? So negative 4 plus 2 is negative 2 over 4 minus 8 is negative 4. 2 negatives makes a positive, and this simplifies to 1/2. So my m is 1/2 in it. Use the first point, x and y, and now we're going to plug into point slope, right? So my m is 1/2. And now we're going to plug into point slope. So y, the opposite of negative 2 is plus 2, equals 1/2, parentheses, x, the opposite of plus 8 is negative 8, right? So now I have my point slope, don't I? Now then I'm going to switch this to slope intercept. Okay, so I'm going to bluebell truck the denominator here, right? The denominator's 2, and I'm going to get rid of that fraction, aren't I? I need 3 2's to bluebell to delete the fraction out. So 2 times y is 2y. 2 times 2 is 4. The 2's cancel out, and I'm going to take this 1 and distribute it. I don't need to multiply by 1. It's not going to change, is it? So equal x minus 8. Remember, you're going to get to this every time. Y plus or minus a number equals x plus or minus a number. We want slope intercept, so we're going to take the 4, move it to the left, subtract 4, and I'm going to end up with 2y equals x minus 12. Now then I'm going to divide everything by 2, aren't I? So divide by 2, divide by 2, divide by 2. I'll end up with y equals 1 over 2x. Negative 12 divided by 2 is negative 6. And that is my slope intercept. Oh, 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 oh. That's more power. Oh! Now then, let's go to the next one. Same thing here. We want 2 points. We want to go to slope intercept. Okay, so we're going to draw fraction bar minus minus. And I'm going to put my y's on top, negative 2 and 0. And then I'm going to put my x's on bottom, 3 and 2. And now that I'm just going to subtract out, punch this in a calculator, I'm going to get negative 2 over 1, which is negative 2 in it. Okay? Now then I'm going to take my equation, and I'm going to say this is x, this is y. Take the first point, make it x and y. So y minus 0, we really don't need the 0, equals negative 2 parentheses x minus 2. Ho, 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 ho. Now then, we're going to we don't have a fraction, do we? We don't have a fractional slope. This isn't hard at all. We're going to take the negative 2 and distribute. Y minus 0 is just y then. Equals negative 2x plus 4, and shazam, that's it in it. So y equals negative 2x plus 4 would be my answer. Ho, 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 ho. Let's go to the next one. This will be the last one I do for you. You're going to do the ones on the right. On this one right here, we want to get our point and our slope, and graph the point, then do the slope. You don't have to get the y-intercept. You don't have to get the y-intercept. Okay, so let's get our point. Our point, draw parentheses. The opposite of plus 1 is negative 1. The opposite of negative 3 is 3. That's my point. And my slope is 2, or 2 over 1, right? So I'm going to graph negative 1 comma 3. So negative 1, left 1, up 3, draw a dot. And then my slope tells me to go up 2, right 1 from that dot. So from here, I'm going to go up 2, right 1, up 2, right 1. I can't do it anymore. Go backwards, go all the way across the grid when you do this. Down 2, left 1, down 2, left 1, down 2, left 1. Make the pattern all the way across the grid. Your constant rate of change is up 2, right 1 in it. And then we're going to connect the dots with a line, and you have graphed the line with point slope. Oh, 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 oh. We don't have to make it y equal mx plus b, do we? You can take point slope, get the point, the slope, and graph the line. I hope you have enjoyed this. Okay? Have a great, great day. Remember, you are amazing. You are created to do wonderful things, and you are awesome.